What is going on, everybody in the audience? Hope you guys are doing well today, man. It's your boy Jupiter. We're back today with another video. Not a gameplay video, per se. Well, not a gameplay video at all, to be honest with you. But a little different video. I don't know. I don't really want to know if I want to go to the extent of calling this a different video. But as you guys can tell from the title of the video and perhaps the thumbnail, you guys can tell that I'm going over my my watch collection. The SOTC is a new term that I learned today, and it stands for State of the Collection. And so for those of you that know me, right, personally, perhaps you're my friend or you know me in the real world, right, aside from YouTube, you know that I'm a watch fanatic. I like watches, and I have an appreciation for watches. At this moment in time, my current obsession are Casio watches. I have appreciation for lots of watches, Seikos, Tissot's. You know, one day I'll own a Rolex, right? You know, that's what you know what I'm saying. So, but I am more so at this moment in time a Casio, a huge Casio fan. I absolutely love Casios. I absolutely love the work that they do, the different kinds of watches that they offer. Not only the kinds of watches that they offer, but also the how easily how do I say this? How budgetary they are? That makes no sense. If you're on a budget, you know, and you don't want to spend like $400, $500 on a watch, which I have never done till this day yet, but that Casios are the way to go. I mean, Casio has watches at all different price points, under $100, under $50, you know, plus 100, plus 200, under 500. You know, they have a lot of different options out there. Whether if it's vintage Casios, or you know, modern Casios, or G-Shocks, or you know, any form of other collabs that they've done. They have Edifice, they have Oceanus, all these different forms of collabs that they've done, and brands that they have. But I'm going to go over my watch collection. I have, I want to say 20 plus watches here. Definitely less than 30. So it won't be a long video. I'm not going to go in depth with, you know, when I got the watch, why I got the watch, what's the story behind it. Some of them have a story, some of them don't have a story, some of them are just, I just felt like picking this watch up. And so, yeah. So these watches are in no particular order. I do have a watch case that fits a total of 10? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I think it fits a total of 10 watches. And the watches that are in my watch case are the ones that I consider like my favorite in my collection. I do have to swap out like 2 or 3 of them, but I have not done so yet. I actually probably only have to switch like 1, to be honest with you. But yeah, so we're going to go over what's in my watch box last. All of these other watches are loose. I need to get another watch box, but these are in no particular order. We're going to start with this one. You guys are going to see that this watch is extremely dusty. The reason why this watch is extremely dusty is simply because I have not used this watch in forever. I don't know if you guys can, let me adjust the lighting real quick. Right there. There we go. So this watch is extremely dusty. I don't even know the name or the model number for this watch. Let me see if I can adjust this this focus real quick so it stays focused. All right, hopefully it stays in focus. But yeah, so this watch, it's one of the oldest watches I've had. Probably like 2 years old. I wasn't really into watches back then. My history of watch loving sort of started a couple years back. Actually, probably like a year ago it started. I always wore watches. I always appreciated watches. When I was a kid, I always had a watch. I always liked watches, but I didn't know what I was into. I just liked the fact that everybody else around me wore watches, so I wanted to wear a watch. And back then, right, a couple years back, the people around me that wore watches always wore like bigger size watches. I literally went to Walmart one day, saw this on their shelf, thought it looked cool. I don't like it nowadays. I still have it. I don't know why. And yeah, I picked it up because it looked okay, but I don't really use this watch. This watch has not been touched. This watch doesn't even have a light on it. I don't like the display. It's just a small little display down there. I mean, if digital display, like, what the heck? Am I really supposed to be able to tell what it says right here for the time? I mean, yeah, you can see it, but I mean, it's not that great. But yeah, this is my first watch. I'm gonna get it out the way. Not that big of a deal. My second watch is a watch that's had a decent amount of use. I've used this watch for work. I've used this watch to run errands and stuff. And it's the famous old F91W. So if you guys don't know, the F91W is Casio's oldest, most durable watch. And honestly, I have to say, if you're a watch collector and you don't have this bad boy in your collection, then you're doing something wrong, right? This is a super simple watch. It's durable. It works. It has a light on it, right? You can't really see it because well, you can see it right there. It's turning on there. If I turn this off, darkness, you can see the light barely, but yeah. So yeah, this watch here is it's fun, man. It's a fun watch. I haven't worn it in a while, but I definitely wear it every once in a while. Fun watch, F91W. They have these in different colors. I actually have another F191W here that I'll pull out right now, actually, and it's just the clear one. I haven't used this watch. I just don't like the way it looks on me. But my wife picked this up at Walmart for like $5, and so she never wore it, so I was like, well, let me put it in my collection. I'm not going to wear it, but, I'll just keep it in my collection. I also picked this F91W up at Walmart. So really, really cool watches. Highly recommend any watch collector to have that watch in their collection. My next watch is a recent watch that I got. I recently purchased. Let me pull out a microfiber cloth real quick. And this watch, specifically a Casio, obviously, is my very first, let's say, of that specific brand, and it's a Casio Edifice. It is model number EFA 120. This is my first ever Edifice. I don't know if you guys know the Edifice brand on Casio, but Casio has wonderful Edifice watches. And I always wanted one. I saw this one on Amazon. It was pretty cheap. I picked it up. Well, I didn't pick it up. My wife picked it up for me. And yeah, I absolutely love this watch. The only thing I don't like about this watch is the fact that there's only 2 micro adjustments, which I'm not extremely fond of that. I like to be able to adjust my watch to the best of its ability so it fits as snug as possible on my wrist. And so 2 micro adjustments aren't it for me. This watch finally fits me well. I lost some weight, and it actually fits me nicely now. I haven't worn it in a while. It's really cool. It comes with a real dope light. If I could find the light wherever. Maybe, actually, I probably already shined the light. I just can't see it. Anyways, yeah, it comes with a negative display. That's probably why I liked it most. I also like the square design. It reminds me of an F1 driver styled watch. I don't know if you guys noticed, but if you guys watch F1, they all wear like square. Most of them wear like all square styled watches, and it just looks really cool. Really nice watch. It fits really nice. But yeah, the Casio Edifice, really great watch. Really budget friendly. I like it. Yeah. Next watch on the list is a specifically not a Casio. This watch I really do like though, and this is the Nixon the Rerun. The story behind this watch, really fun story. I wasn't really into watches the way I am now when I picked this thing up. It comes with a negative display. It's a Nixon. Nixon makes great watches. I'm a really huge fan of the way they do watches. It's a little dirty. Yes, I wore this watch for a whole week straight last week, so I have to clean it up and wipe it down. But it's the Rerun. The Rerun. I picked this up in Puerto Rico probably like 9 years back. My battery died last year, and so I finally threw a battery in this a couple months ago. It was a little bigger than the original battery that's in here, so I kind of forced it in, so that was really fun. But I like this watch. It's a really comfortable watch. I like the squared design to it. Not necessarily a square, right? It has more than 4 sides, but you can see that it has a squared design. It has 2 buttons, so it's simple use. This is the light, but you can't really see that because of my light being on. But yeah, this is the setting button. It's a really good watch, really cool watch. The lume is actually really nice. You guys can't see that, but yeah, it works. Just believe me. Yeah, this is a great watch. I love this watch a lot, and yeah, I don't remember how much it cost me though, but Nixon makes pretty nice affordable watches. One of my favorite digital displays that I own. You can tell that Nixon put a lot of effort into making this thing look real nice. And yeah, it's gold if you guys couldn't tell, maybe because of the lighting, but yeah, really cool watch. This next watch that I have here is my very first of its kind. Not only is it my very first of its kind, but it's my very first of that specific style. I have never owned a watch with a leather strap before, and I have never owned a Timex before. I was at Walmart a couple months back, and I saw this bad boy and absolutely fell in love with it. It does have a leather strap, or well, leather, I guess. It fits really nicely on the wrist, obviously because of the adjustments you can make. But I love the body, the case of the watch. It's like a nice black matte finish with like stainless steel. It looks like it. The time telling is great. It has the date option, but one of my favorite features is the Indiglo option, which, if I turn this off, I can turn the exposure up, but I mean, it doesn't look that great here. Here, let me show you guys a better view. Okay, real quick, I did increase the exposure, but look at that. Heck yeah, look at that bad boy. Look at how good that freaking lume is, man. Not only is it an analog watch, but the lume is amazing. Let me show you my Nixon also, so you guys can get a quick view of that. Okay, not as bright as I thought it would be. What about this one? I can't find the light. Did the light die? There it is. Can't really see that one either. No big deal. I might have to adjust the settings on that later. But yeah, man, look at that. Look at how good that looks, dude. Heck yeah, freaking love this watch. Anyways, yeah, that's the my Timex. Absolutely love this watch. Beautiful watch. I think it ran me like $50, I believe. But yeah, I'm absolutely happy I picked this thing up. Yeah, I recommend it. Any Timex is really nice. I haven't really picked up any other more Timex watches, but yeah, I do plan so on the future. This next watch is the I don't feel like you might hate me for doing that. This watch, although it's a little dusty because I haven't worn it in a while, it has received some life. So it's received some love. There are some scuffs on my on the screen, on the face of the watch, because I decided to use my butterfly knife while using this watch. But it is the Casio A171WE or B, something like that. I wish the camera would focus so you guys can see it, but yeah. Anyways, I picked this watch up at Walmart. I liked the I don't know, the circle design that it had to it and how slim it is. It fits really nice on the wrist. Not really a story behind this one, just saw it and I really liked it. It doesn't really have the greatest of lights. It has the same light as the F91W, but fun watch. I like it. It's definitely one of my, it's definitely a nice watch. I like it. On to the next watch. We've got this watch I'm not the greatest fan of. I thought I liked it when I first saw it. It's it's a Duro, you know, wannabe, I guess. I mean, it's a Casio. I also switched the strap. The strap that it comes with, I don't really like. I also really don't like this strap. This is just a random strap I had laying around in my drawer. But this is, the model number for this one is a oof. Not looking great on camera, but the MTP VD07. It looks like a Duro. It's supposed to be like a diver style watch. When I first saw it, I thought I liked it, and I ended up not really liking it all that much. I guess it's probably because of the silver, right, bezel, and it'd just look a lot better if it was a black bezel, right? And so I guess that's probably why I didn't like it. But I mean, aside from that, it doesn't look all that bad. I mean, you could probably find a nice little leather strap for it, and it'll spice it up. But I've just got this silicone strap. I'm not the biggest fan of it. I don't wear it a lot. I've worn this to work, so that's why it does have a couple of scratches here and there on the bezel. But aside from that, it's a nice beater. I'll definitely tell you that. Like if you want to go on a run or you want to go to the park or whatever, it's definitely a really good beater watch. So not bad of a watch. Not bad of a watch. This next watch is one of my favorite watches. I got this watch for $8 at Walmart because Walmart is famous for having Casio watches on sale. Unfortunately, I have never found, and I have yet to find an $11 Duro at Walmart. Walmart had $11 Duros right when I started getting into collecting. I unfortunately did not have the chance to find a Duro at $11. I have yet to find a Duro at Walmart, period, bottom line. I can't find a Duro anywhere. The only way I've gotten the Duros that I've gotten, which are two, and I will show you them, is my sister got one for me from Casio for my birthday, from Casio's website, and I picked the other one up on Amazon. But this watch is the A158. I wanted this watch for a while. It's hopefully the video looks good. I've been up here and imagine if I reviewed the watch and all you can see was light. Anyways, forgive me if I didn't realize that I was shining it on there, on the glare or whatever. Anyways, I picked this watch up at Walmart a few months ago. It was in January, and this watch is special to me because not only is it my first A158, it fits beautifully on the wrist. Walmart had this specific version. I love the face of this watch, man. It just looks very beautiful. I don't know if you guys can see just how beautiful it is, man. It looks really good. But yeah, I picked it up at Walmart, and it's special to me because I was able to pick one up from my wife also. I got one for her birthday, and so we have, it's one of the watches that we have matching. Also, Casio did a really good job with this strap, this H-style strap. It fits beautifully on the wrist, man, honestly. I did not get this watch for that price. Some of these watches are on their incorrect, holders or whatever, so I have a watch that I'm going to show soon that was $50, but the price tag on the actual thing is $15, and that's false. Anyways, A158, I feel like this is another must-have in your Casio collection. It's a nice little metal stainless steel strap watch. Good for going out, good for casual occasions, for formal occasions. Really fun watch, lightweight, feels good, looks good. Alrighty, the next watch. This watch here. My wife got for me a couple of months back. It was released last year, and I absolutely loved it because it looks a lot like the dashboard on a race car or something. I don't know why. I also just like the turquoise on it. This watch here has the same body as the AE 1200 or the Casio Royale. I really hope that's the correct model number. I do have to clean this watch. This is the WS 1600H. My wife got this for me off of Casio's website. They released this one last year in 3 different colors. I really fell in love with the gray colorway. It has the body of an AE 1200, which I absolutely love. Got the 4 buttons on the side. Got the square display. The light on this thing is absolutely beautiful. Let me see if I can get it in the dark. It looks better. Anyways. Yeah, the light on this is wonderful. The time telling on this is amazing. I love this display, big, nice and big. You can clearly see what time it is, what day it is, the date exactly. I like this little feature up here. It looks like the dashboard on a race car. Yeah, I absolutely love this watch. It's gray, and it's really comfortable, man. Really comfortable foot. I feel any watch that has the body of an AE 1200 or Casio Royale, it's just always going to be a straight up banger of a watch. This is one of the watches I've been meaning to put inside my watch box, but I have not done so yet. But I might do that in the future. Next watch is one of my I like these next two watches. I'm going to put these watches next to each other and show them back to back because they are kind of the same style. I saw these watches at Walmart, or my wife saw these watches at Walmart one day when she went. I was at work. She saw them. She picked them up for me. And I absolutely love this watch. It looks really nice. I like the gold accents to it and like the yellow accent. This model number is the MTP VD01. So it is a variant of this bad boy, I guess. Maybe no, this is probably MDV. This is MTP. I don't know. I might be wrong. If I'm wrong, correct me. I'm not the greatest when it comes to remembering stuff. Anyways, yeah, I picked this watch up. My wife picked this watch up at Walmart for me. It's an absolutely lovely watch. This watch has gotten a lot of use from me. It looks really good, man. Although the bezel is silver, I really love the gold accents to it, and I also like the dial. The dial just looks immaculate. I mean, look at the second hand, dude. It's a nice vibrant red. It just looks really good, man. It feels good on the wrist. It has 4 micro adjustments, which is always something that you want to have in a watch. And yeah, I pair this watch with my gold and silver ring. It always feels really nice. It's good for formal. I use this a lot for church. Really good watch. This next watch is one of the few all gold watches that I have. One of the other gold watches that I showed you earlier today, which was my Nixon. This watch here is it's pretty much the same model as the one I showed you before, except this one's gold, and then with a black dial. I like this watch because I needed a gold watch. I didn't have a gold watch. I had my Nixon, but at the time the Nixon didn't have a battery because it was dead. And well, I didn't want to wear a thin watch. I wanted a more professional looking, formal gold watch. And so I picked this thing up. I like it. I do wish the dial looked a little differently. The dial doesn't look as good as it looks on, this model. You can tell the dial on here just looks absolutely immaculate. It looks amazing. It shines. It looks beautiful. Over here, it almost looks like the dial. The dial almost looks like a piece of paper. That was just very well printed out. I know that that's not the case, but yeah, it's a very, very nice watch. I wear it from time to time. Next watch is one of my favorites, actually. I don't know why I don't have this watch inside of my box. Number one reason why it's my favorite is not only because of the wonderful price, but it just looks really good on the wrist, surprisingly. I thought this watch was not going to look that great on the wrist, but it looks absolutely amazing. Model number for this watch is the W218H. This watch was really cool. I saw this watch at Walmart, and the one thing that I was appealed to the most by it was the stainless steel strap that it came with. As you can see, it's received a lot of use. I've used this at work before. At my previous job, I've used this to go out. I've used this at home. I'm always wearing a watch. If there's something that you guys would like to know, if there's something you guys should know about me, is I'm always wearing a watch. I wear a watch while I sleep. I wear a watch while I'm in the house. I wear a watch wherever I go. I'm always wearing a watch because I feel like there's nothing better than being able to flip your wrist and see what time it is, and not only see what time it is, but have an appreciation for the beautiful piece of art that's on your wrist, because that's what watches are. Watches are pieces of art. This watch specifically, I've wanted to pick up more of because they have different colors of this watch, and I really want to pick them up. But yeah, this is a really good watch. The light is it's a nice little yellow light. It's a lot brighter than the F91W light. You can tell obviously that the case isn't made with as much dedication as a strap, right? Because the case isn't really stainless steel; it's more of a hardened plastic. But it's absolutely really nice. It was like $12 at Walmart. I picked it up. It's beautiful. I like it. It's such a nice watch. Definitely one of my favorites in my collection. Next watch, next two watches actually. This is my very first Circle watch that I picked up and that I actually liked. This bad boy right here. This is I found it at Walmart one day for $8. And model number for this one is, oh wow, I put the, so I took this watch apart. It doesn't beep anymore because I realized one day that, you know, I had a lot of scratches on the face of the watch, on the crystal, when I put it back together, it looks like I put the back plate on the wrong way. Anyways, this is the W219H. I really like this watch. It has a nice light. It's real sporty. It looks real sporty. It feels sporty. It's lightweight. It looks good. This is another watch that I've been meaning to pick up in other colors. It's a budget-friendly watch. It almost looks like a G-Shock. It's not a G-Shock, but it looks like one. And it just feels really good. I mean, it looks really good, man. Like, look at it. I absolutely love wearing this watch. It's a fun watch to wear wherever you go. And, yeah, definitely one of my top favorite watches. Next watch, this is the last watch before we go into what's in the watch box. This watch, I wanted for a while. My wife got it for me. This is the W800H. It comes with a negative display, and it has a really good light, man. I really like the light. You can't really see the light because obviously my light is on, yeah, it has a really good display. For a negative display, it looks good. Not a lot of people are fond of negative displays because they're hard to read, and yes, I agree. It's hard to read a negative display, especially if it doesn't come with a light. But the light on this one's really nice, and it gives you some really cool information. The date, whether if you have snooze alarm or a signal on, or it comes with the date there, the time there, and it feels really good on the wrist. It's an all black, right? I think what appealed to me most about this watch is the midnight black feeling to it. Like, not only is the watch black, but you got a really dark negative display, and it just looks amazing, man. I love it. I love this watch, and really fun watch to wear when you're going out to the park or whatever the case may be. Alrighty, those are all my loose watches. Now we're going to enter the watch box. Obviously, the box does not fit in the frame, but all of these watches that I'm going to pull out now all are a part of my watch box. And so, because they're a part of my watch box, I consider them, my top 10 favorite watches of all time. Like I said, I might have to switch out one or two of these watches, but for the most part, all of these watches are my favorite watches that I've ever owned. Let's start off with one that's not in the watch because that's not in the box because it's currently on my wrist, and that is my Bluro, or in other words, my Casio Duro. If you guys don't know what a Duro is, it is one of Casio's most amazing watches. I might dedicate a whole video to this watch. This watch is absolutely amazing. I have never owned a watch that I love as much as this one. The model number on it is, let's see, MDV 106. And this watch here has tons of variants. I think there's like 6 total variants of this watch. Some of them have the Marlin, some of them don't have the Marlin. I wanted the one with the Marlin because look at how beautiful that looks. This watch I just picked up recently. off of Amazon, and I've been eyeballing this watch for a while. I just love the blue, man. I love the blue bezel. I love the blue dial. It just looks absolutely stunning in the light. It has amazing time telling. I absolutely love the way it looks. The strap that I have, oh, you might ask yourself, oh, but Jupin, is that... I've picked up a Duro before. It doesn't come with that strap. This strap here is a strap from AliExpress. When I got into the Duro, before I got a Duro, I always wanted one, but when I became a bigger fan of Casio, I found out about the Duro, and I found out about the straps you can get for the Duro, and AliExpress has some really cool straps. I mean, it's freaking branded with Casio, and it has the Marlin on it. It looks absolutely stunning. It has 3 total micro adjustments. It's a Jubilee style. I don't really know the name to it. But yeah, it's a really fun watch. Love this watch. I've been daily wearing this watch for a whole week already. And I just do not want to take it off. I absolutely love it. It looks good with anything that you wear. It has a really good lume. It has a really good bezel. Yeah, it's just a good old Casio diver watch. It has 200 meters of water resistance, and yeah, this is what I'm wearing now, and I'm gonna put it back on. But with that being said, since I showed you guys my blue Duro, let me show you guys my other Duro that I have here. MDV 106. The black one also just looks absolutely phenomenal. This one does have the Jubilee bracelet. I picked up both of my bracelets from AliExpress. Has a little scratch there, but I do want to end up doing a sapphire crystal mod on both of my Duros, so that way it can be protected from scratches. But I've owned this watch. My sister got this watch for me on my birthday last year, and I picked up the straps for it off of AliExpress. I ordered 2 of them, the one I have on this one and the one I have on my current Bluro. I ordered 2 because I knew that eventually I was going to get another Duro, and I didn't want to wait to, then get the Duro, and then I had to order the bracelet. I had to wait for the bracelet to get here. So I was, let me order 2 bracelets so I can put one on the Duro I already have, and so when I get another Duro, I can slap it on that same day. And that's what I did. But I'm a really huge fan of this Duro. This is one of my favorite watches. I wanted a Duro for absolutely so long. One thing that I do want to point out about this black one that I love so much is that red outlined with white center second hand. Look at how beautiful that looks. Here on my Duro here, it's only, it's just white with silver around it, but man, that freaking red looks good. Bezel looks good. I love the way the strap looks on here. It's freaking awesome. The strap I have here tapers down a little bit, but yeah, absolutely love my Duro. Next watch in the case is this bad boy here. This I picked this up at Walmart. It was like $40. I wanted one. I wanted this watch for a while. It's a digital. It's a hybrid, digital and analog display. It looks absolutely amazing. I don't feel like taking off the strap, taking the watch off of this to show you guys the part number. It'd be really stupid of me to not show you guys the part number. I'm not gatekeeping anything. AQ800E. That's the part number for this bad boy. I picked it up. The strap gave me a little bit of issues first couple of days because it does like to pull on your hair just a little bit, on your arm hair, wrist hair, or whatever. But aside from that, it's not that bothersome. It looks good on the wrist. It feels good on the wrist, and yeah, it just looks really vintage. I really love the way it looks. So yeah, that's the AQ800E. I don't have all of the names memorized for all of my watches, only for the ones I mainly wear. For the Duro, I don't really call it a MDV 106. I just call it a Duro because that's the name of it, and that's what the community calls it. And so, yeah. Next watch on the list is one of my favorite, actually, if not my only all-black stainless steel watch that I own. And it's this bad boy here. That looks trippy. Oh, my goodness. I'm not going to keep this on camera that long. I picked this up at Walmart. I needed an all black stainless steel bracelet, and well, stainless steel point, in general, analog watch. And I picked this one up. The dial is really cool. It has like that checkerboard finish. Stainless steel bracelet is beautiful. I wish Casio made a lot more all black stainless steel bracelet watches. I am eyeballing my next all black stainless steel watch, and it is a Seiko 5, and I absolutely love it. It looks really good. It's like $250, so I'll pick it up eventually. But yeah, this is my only all black stainless steel watch. I do have another all black stainless steel watch. It's a Fossil, but I don't really wear it all that much. I don't really wear my Fossils that much. They are cool. They have a lot of meaning to me, so I keep them. But I haven't worn them. I do usually just wear my Casio on my wrist. So really fun watch. Next watch is an AE something. It's the same body as the AE 1200. Maybe this is the AE 1200. Casio Roy. I probably butchered that name all video. No big deal. I saw this watch at Walmart. I really liked it because, again, it has the same body as a Casio Royale, and Casio Royale is just one of the most beautiful watches Casio's ever made. It's such a reliable watch. I'm going to show you my 2 Casio Royales that I own. And I picked it up. It has 100 meters of water resistance. It looks like a speedometer. If I hope that's the right word. It looks like a race car, like a dashboard, right? And it has a really good display. Has a really good light. Really good strap. I really like it. It just looks really good on the wrist, and this is one of my favorite watches simply because it looks like a Casio Royale, and you can't go wrong with a Casio Royale. Speaking of Casio Royales, these are my 2 Casio Royales right here. I first picked this bad boy up at Walmart. I saw the hype behind Casio Royales and wanted to see what the hype was all about, and so I went to Walmart and picked it up. Sorry about that, I had to make a quick adjustment. But yeah, I saw this watch at Walmart and picked it up because if everybody else has one and speaks highly of it, I had to pick it up, and truly, it's just a phenomenal watch. One of my dreams is to pick. One day I want to buy 5. One day I want to buy 5 different Royales and just mod all of them differently. You can literally take this thing apart, grab some transparent tint sheets or whatever off of Amazon, cut them out, and then make this whole display extremely colorful. SKX sells mods, full mod packages for this thing. You can convert this whole thing into a stainless steel, masterpiece with different colored buttons, and it just looks absolutely phenomenal. But Casio Royale, such a great watch. You can do so much with it, and itself, by itself, it's so nice. Since I was a fan of the Casio Royale, and I'm a fan of stainless steel watches, I found it a no-brainer that I had to pick up the Casio Royale in its stainless steel version. And it's really, it feels so good and looks so good on the wrist. It has 4 micro adjustments, which is really cool. But yeah, it's the same thing as the original Casio Royale, except it's stainless steel. And if you love stainless steel watches and you like the Casio Royale, then this is definitely a watch you should pick up. The next 2 watches I have here are my A168s. And these 2 watches have both received a decent amount of use. Another watch that I believe should be a part of any watch collector's collection, whether if you collect Casio or not, is the Casio A168. The reason why I say this is because they just look extremely good on the wrist. They look extremely good in person. They are vintage styled. I first got this one. My wife and I both got this one. She has it. I have it. She loves it. I love it. It's gotten some use. I've worn this watch at work. I've worn this watch to go out. I've dailied this watch for 2 weeks straight. And when I eventually was searching on Casio's website, Casio has numerous amounts of models, variations of this model. And when I saw that gold one, I was like, man, I want to add another gold watch to my collection. And I was like, well, this is the one to go. It has a really good light. It has a wonderful strap. It looks great. The square design, the vintage design, absolutely looks good. So if you're a watch collector and you're looking for another watch to pick up, nice little budget-friendly watch, Casio A168. Next two watches are really cool and special to me because this is sort of what sparked and ignited my desire to start collecting Casios a lot more. And it's the calculator watch, the Casio. Don't remember the part number for it or the model number, but it's the data bank. I first got this one. Did I first get this one? No, I think I got this one first. So this is the stainless steel bracelet, case version of the data bank. It comes with a negative display. Unfortunately, I don't know why Casio has not yet put a light on these watches, which would be amazing. They would make this watch 20 times better than what it already is. But it's a data bank. It's a calculator. It's a watch. It tells you the date. And it comes with a negative display, which it looks great. It looks really good. The only thing, like I said before, is it doesn't have a light. So if you're in a place or in a location that you don't have that much of a light source, you're not really going to know what time it is. The bracelet, I didn't like all that much at the beginning because I didn't really fit me well, but when I lost a little bit of weight, it felt really well. I did end up swapping this bracelet for a different bracelet I picked up off of Amazon. It was a stainless steel wire mesh bracelet, which fit really comfortably, but I wanted to give the original bracelet another try, and it fits really nicely. Really like this watch. I highly recommend it. And I had to pick up the original regular all black non-negative display data bank. Comes with the silicone strap. I've used this watch a lot. It's gotten a lot of use. Again, this doesn't have a light, but it's a lot easier to see, a lot easier on the eyes. But these are two of my favorite watches. My brother got this for me. I ended up picking up this one. It's a data bank. I mean, you can't really go wrong with a data bank. So I ended up picking these up. So I highly recommend these watches. The next watch that I have here is it's another Nixon. This is the most expensive watch that I have in my collection, and I got it. My wife got it for me a couple years ago, and so it's my wife is in the room. She just entered the room. Anyways. It's my very first super expensive watch that I ever got. I don't wear it all that much. I haven't worn it for a while. First of all, because I had to clean it up. It was a little dirty. So after I cleaned it up, I started wearing it. I really wanted this watch for a long time. I started wearing it again this year. I finally was able to make the adjustments, which was something I wasn't really willing to do back then. And yeah, on camera it looks a little. It's got like a negative display, but it's like red. Trying to find the light. Yeah, see, there you go. It's not really negative. It's a red display. That's what appealed to me the most. I saw this watch years ago. I think I was like 16 when I fell in love with this watch, and I ended up getting this watch. My wife got it for me a couple of years ago, and I absolutely love this watch. Really nice watch, comfortable watch. It's a little heavy, so if you're not really fond of heavy watches, this probably isn't for you. But it's also a little bulky, but I mean, if you're willing to overlook those things, it's definitely the watch for you. And my final watch is my Invicta Pro Diver. So this is my first and my only Invicta that I own. It's gotten a decent beating because my smart self decided to use my butterfly knife with it on, and so one day I was using my butterfly knife, and it's a stainless steel butterfly knife, and so I ended up flipping it and it smacked the bezel of my watch. I picked this thing up because it was on sale on their website. It was like $50. And I really liked it. I really do like it. Definitely one of my favorite divers out there. The lume is really good. Crown has a wonderful crown. The Invicta logo or name right here. It just looks really good. It's a really wonderful, really nice watch. Tells time nicely. It has a nice little gray background. Strap is really nice. It has 4 micro adjustments. Yeah, I definitely recommend this watch if you're in the market for like a diver watch. The Invicta Pro Diver is definitely one of my favorites out there. So yeah, this is the last watch in my box, my watch box. So yeah, that's all the watches that I've in my watch collection as of now. Obviously, as time passes, a watch lover adds more watches to their collection, and so that's more than likely what's going to happen with me. I'm more than likely going to end up collecting more watches, and maybe a year from now I'll have another state of the collection video, and it'll have, instead of 20 watches, I'll probably have 40 or 60 watches, right? Because watches are beautiful. They're pieces of art, and honestly, especially if you're a Casio lover, I mean, it's like Pokemon, you know. Obviously, not because I have a Pokemon mouse pad here, but it's like Pokemon, right? You play a Pokemon game and you want to catch all the Pokemon that you can possibly get, right? All the different variations, you know, all the shinies, all the Alolan versions, all of the, you know, female, the male versions. You want to catch them all because there's so many out there, right? But it's the same thing with watches. You see a watch and you fall in love with that watch, not only that watch, but that brand, and then you want to collect every single watch that brand has to offer. And Casio is just that Casio is the Pokemon of the watch world. You see a Casio, you want it. You see, you know, the Duro, you want another Duro. You see the A168, you want another A168. You see a Royale and you want to buy another Royale just so you can take it apart, mod it, put it back together, and now you have a modded Royale. That's the beauty of Casio, and that's probably why I love it. And while I'll always be a Casio fan, you know, maybe in 20 years, 10 years, 5 years, whatever, one day I'll have a Rolex, but I'll always have a Casio in my collection because it's just they're really beautiful watches. So, anyways, didn't think the video was gonna be this long. I guess I didn't know I had that many watches, 46 minutes. But I also don't feel like that's that long of a video. So, anyways, that's all the video for today. All of the content for today. I wanted to make another video that wasn't a gameplay video, just because I, for some reason, like showcasing things on my channel, and so I thought, well, let me show you guys my watches. And so I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing all of the watches that I have in my collection. If you guys have any of these watches in your collection, feel free to let me know in the comments. If you guys want more information on a specific watch, you guys want me to make a video on a specific watch, let me know. I'll definitely be making a video on the Duro eventually because it's just such a nice watch and it deserves its own video. Sort of like I did with the my handhelds and the 3DS. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and stay tuned for some more content. I should be making another Fallout video soon. If not, I don't know what I'll do. It'll be a gameplay video. I just don't know what I want to play. So if there's something in specific you guys want me to play, feel free to let me know. But that's it for today. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.